to Top of the Drops, Gala's weekly show featuring the best in Web3 music. I'm Taco, doing my very best Alan Hunter impression. If you could do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons, it would mean a lot to me personally. Good show today. Bucks is stopping by to drop some knowledge. I chat with Kiki Barnes, one of the winners of the open mic competition. We have a musical performance from Jewel Chang, and as always, you'll have a shot to win a Gala Music NFT. Let's kick things off with some top drops.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. It's the Drop Bot reporting live and direct from Gala Music, bringing you the hottest drops of Web3 music this week. To kick off our list, we've got Reflection by Rocky. We covered this song a couple of weeks ago when Rocky released it on Sound, but collectors can now mint the music video on glass. Next up, we've got Lost by Annika Rose on Sound. Lost is Annika's fourth drop on Sound and minted 131 editions. At number 5, we have Parties by Little Extra on Gala Music. Little Extra is a familiar face in Web3. This is his third release on Gala Music, minting 100 tracks, and this drop is now sold out. Coming in at number 4, it's Temperature Check by Daz Merchant on Sound. This open edition has already minted more than 200 tracks. In at number 3, it's Like It Like It by Secret Number from Royal. Secret Number is a girl group hailing from Seoul, South Korea. This is Royal's first K-pop release and proves that Web3 music has gone global. Secret Number has tokenized 8% of their newest single, released just last week. At number 2, we have Bread by Charm Taylor from our friends over at Decent. With 94 copies minted, Bread is currently the most minted project in Decent's Creator Grant contest. Our number 1 drop of the week is none other than Gala Music's very own Bobo.xx with his song The Rain. This is the first drop with Gala Music for the LA-based rocker, and it's completely sold out. Thanks for listening. I've been the Drop Bot. You've been fantastic. I'll see you next week for more of the same.
Nice job, Bot. Someday one of my tracks is going to be in the top drops, and I'm going to feel pretty special. Okay, time for a new segment I haven't even named yet. Hashtag somebody please name this segment for me, in which I answer questions from the audience. Our first question comes from Judy in Denver, who asks, Taco, how do you take your hash browns at Waffle House? Judy, that's a really good question. As you know, there are 8 possible toppings at the Waffle House. I tend to keep things pretty simple, smothered and covered. That's onions sauteed into the hash browns and melted American cheese on top. If you get all 8, they call that all the way. It's too many. Have I done it? Yeah, of course I've done it. But it's a trick. It's for tourists. Like, you're not actually supposed to order that. Anyway, second question is from Ron in Pasadena, who asks, is Bucks' accent real? No, it's not. But speaking of Bucks, I think I've been doing pretty well at this. She still insisted on coming on to help boost my ratings, which I'm not going to complain about. So, yeah, let's hear it from Bucks.
Hi guys, it's Bucks. How are you all? I'm so sorry I've not been around as much recently, chatting to some of you that I'm hoping are tuning in today, tonight, or whenever you see this, of course. We've been quite busy. I don't know if you're aware, but in just a few days' time, on the 28th of March, we're actually going to have an official day 1 of Gala Music. Day 1? Yes, day 1. This is the launch, the beginning, the start of something absolutely epic. And I'm incredibly proud, and I hope you guys will be incredibly pleased with the features and functionality that you're soon going to be able to get your hands on. Now, I know there's been some rumbles and grumbles. That should probably be the name of the breakfast cereal in the Discord channel around some of the communications, around some of the updates. Totally understood, always heard, always respected and listened to as well. So, couple of things. One, before I get into that, this is like a little Bucks bulletin. If you would like another one of these, you can have one. And maybe what we do is while we're going through this rollout period of the first phase, see, there's a whole plan here. Maybe we could do these once a week as part of Top of the Drops, or I can give the information to Taco and he can give it to you, because actually he's not cheeky bad on camera as it transpires. He's going to give me a run for my money, I think. Not that I'm brilliant, but he's quite funny. Who knew Taco was going to be funny? Sorry, Taco. Anyway, so a little Bucks bulletin. So I'm going to give you some bullets because it's a bulletin. So bullet number one, BT and the orb holders. So we spoke about, I think it was probably around Christmas time, around the functionality or the utility rather of orbs. Now, as you know, we want to get these into games. There are some active and progressing developments there, which we will share when the games teams are ready to share them. However, we are aware that it's been a very long time, and obviously the orb drop was full of craziness and things that if we could go back, we would, but we can't, so we won't. We need to go forward. And so we would like to give them utility as soon as possible for those holders. It's important to us. It's really important to BT, as I'm sure anybody in the Discord is aware. So we did say that all orb holders currently holding an orb would get tracks as a gift, and that they would have a utility in the Gala Music ecosystem as tracks do. They will be delivered to orbs holders before the end of the month. More details to follow on that, and we've got a couple of dedicated members of the team working really hard with BT on that too. So you can expect a further update, but by the time those nodes go online and the token is there, you should, if you've got an orb, have a track from BT. So that's good. Update number two. When we, I can't, how do I say this? When we go live, there's obviously an awful lot of things that will happen, specifically in regards to the token event and obviously the nodes going online and you being able to do things like pair and lock tracks to those nodes. We will be providing a light paper and a write-up around the tokenomics. I know that's something everybody is desperate to get their hands on. That will be released on the 20th of March. So you've got a clear week before the platform goes live to dive into that as well. We obviously have to be very careful on the details we share around what we're doing for the community and things like that. Obviously, we always will look after the community and the people that have participated and are doing all of the positive things that we know for the ecosystem, but we can't really pre-announce that because that might cause some issues. So please be mindful that sometimes we're not sharing things, not because we're mean or because we don't know, but because we actually just can't. But there will be a write-up shared with you on the 20th. In addition to that, bullet point 3, we're going to have something called, and if you've ever been in a corporate, a webinar. Yes, a webinar. We've never done one of those before, but when I've worked alongside big corporations, sometimes they're brilliant because the format is a little bit more private. So you can think of it like a little press conference and a little bit more I would just say professional as well in the way we can get through some of the materials and some of the Q&A and some of the information as well. So what we're going to do is invite several members of our community into, my cat is going crazy in the background, I'm so sorry, into that webinar. People like Parsiple, J.R. Hartley, Weston Monk, you know who you are, the people that really are active in our ecosystem, Kirk Booth, that help community members and new people coming in to understand what the lay of the land is, and to sort of help them navigate through. So you guys will get an invitation. We're aiming for the 15th right now to come in, meet with a few of the Gala team, and then to have that closed doors conversation where we can share some of our plans with you. So that's quite nice too. In terms of rollout, last bullet from Bucks for this week, and maybe ever, depending how this goes, we will be doing an activation in April in New York. So we will be asking you guys who is local to that. I think that's going to be quite important. We've got plans for April as well, obviously, for activation. We're into big rollout territory. And I'm excited when I can to share some information with you on some of the partners we're working with, both in this space and outside of it, which we're quite stoked about. Can I say stoked? I'm going to go with it. That's it. That's a little bulletin from Bucks. I appreciate there wasn't a huge amount of alpha, but you can kind of see, I hope, the direction of travel, and without me getting into too much detail or spoiling the release of the paper when it comes. Yes, I'm going to hand back to Taco, who may or may not be in his bedroom.
Thank you, Bucks. Always great to have you stop by Top of the Drops. Quick update. Alan Hunter was one of the first MTV VJs, for those of you who didn't get that reference earlier. I'm up to level 415 in Meow Match. The secret word for today is Bucks. B-U-X. Bucks. Kiki Barnes is one of the 4 winners of the open mic competition who the community voted on. She couldn't join us last week, but I still wanted to chat with her and get her reaction, so here is that chat. Kiki Barnes, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. As you have already discovered, probably through the powers of the internet, you are one of the winners of our open mic competition.
Oh my gosh! I'm so excited and thrilled, and wow, I'm still, processing it. I feel like I'm really grateful, really.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. There was just so much talent in that whole room, even to narrow down to the finalists. I mean, we had trouble, obviously, because we expanded from 5 to 15.
Right.
And so many people everybody got votes. Like, everyone had real support. And so narrowing it down to 3, but then actually 4, because the top 4 were so close, we're like, we can't do it. We're bad at this. We want everybody to be involved. So we keep changing our own rules to make sure more people get to be in. But really excited to have you on the list. You got a ton of support, which I think is reasonable because you're super talented.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited, and shout out to Aim for the Heart. Shout out to Layla Steinberg for even bringing this opportunity to life and introducing me to Go Gala Music, and just the community in general that is there, and that support, I think, has taken me a long way. I think in our initial interview, I told you about how I was just this little, nervous bean when I first met Layla and first went to the mic sessions, and her teaching emotional literacy and expressing yourself through lyrics, and then having an entire group of people that are there not to judge and just allow you to essentially practice being your most authentic self, gave me the confidence to continue to do music and even, audition for you guys, which was like already, how we said in the first interview, I was like, whoa, okay, this is like a production. Okay, there's a lot of cameras, and it was beautifully done. So I think it's interesting to see, years of preparation, like setting you up for an opportunity. So that feels really nice as well.
Yeah. The whole thing came together really well. And I'm excited to get to introduce you more to the community. Like it's so fun meeting people, and Just Shockey and Tihani and Sam Brown, and you all have like really big stories where you're doing other stuff, and it's that's a really fun part for me. Like you're not just a singer, like you're an actress, which I didn't know when you're on shows that
Yeah.
people watch, and like everyone's done the other things, which is really cool to sort of explore that as well.
Yes, definitely. I think, it's, I just give myself the word creative because there's so many different things that I love. Like I write films and I write music, I sing and I act, but I just say creative because I just enjoy the arts. It's just so much more entertaining. I think I told you, I don't know if I said this in the previous one, but I have a little bit of the ADHD, so my mind likes to kind of jump around, and that's where I feel the most comfortable when I'm doing like 10 different things. So yeah, this is like the perfect outlet for that.
Yeah, you say creative, I say show off.
That sounds like one of my brothers. That's pretty accurate. Okay.
Creative's fine. We'll go with creative.
We'll go with creative. It's better.
Yeah, so this is great. I think they're planning on doing your NFT drop in the next couple of weeks. I think we're really rolling on this thing.
Oh my gosh, which is wild. I'm so excited. And this is such perfect timing because I'm literally finishing my very first album, Home. And so I literally have, I think, 1 or 2 more songs waiting to be mixed and mastered. And so it'll be a total, I think, of 6 or 7 tracks. And I've always done EPs. So this is like really perfect timing, just to be able to express myself in me, like who Kiki is, and just being me and not trying to fit into any other genre or sound, but just doing what feels good to me. So that's why the album's called Home, because I'm finally coming back home to me. So this is just, I have no words. I'm just happy. I'm just happy.
I'm happy that you're happy. So officially, welcome to the Gala community and family. Super excited to have you, and we'll catch up with you really soon, it feels like.
Yes, sounds good to me.
Congratulations again, Kiki, and congratulations to the community. You did a really great job picking out the winners. They're all super nice, and they are all super talented. Speaking of talented, we did a drop this week with Jewel Chang. She's 15, and yet is somehow better than me at so many things. Here is a musical performance from her.
If I let you do me dirty twice, the blame is probably is shameless. Even the people you came with will change up. You never know where the shade is, trust and believe when you famous and you up. It'll be hard, you will get scarred, never look back. Cause they gon' try to act like everything is fine between us, but they all walked away and broke my heart. So go ahead and act like everything's just fine between us. I'll forgive a million times, but you won't for me more than once. Yeah. Cause I know how to learn my mistakes from the beginning. Gotta know your limits, so we decide what they won't do. If I let you do me dirty twice, baby, it's probably mine. So I'ma keep the shame on you. Don't let them take what to say, don't let the game change you. Ain't gonna tell you burn, know that they can't break you. See, I won't let you do me dirty twice. The shame will not be mine, so I'ma keep the shame on you.
That's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you could like and subscribe, that would be terrific. I like that Jewel Chang song so much, we are giving away a free copy of it. And so stay tuned for the QR code for your shot at that. And I will see you all in Discord. Thanks.